Ladies and girls, people of all ages, elderly, mid folks, youngins, in betweens, all of that. This is the Bold Prediction Sports Media Podcast. And as tradition on this Wednesday night, I'm that dude with the beard. He's Mr. KC from the 813 all the way down yonder. And we got another episode here with you. We back at you. Week one, two, three, four, my boy Booker T, fifth NFL week of action. Mr. KC, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. It's actually kind of unbelievable. We're already talking about week 5 NFL action. It's flying by and a lot's going down so far.
A lot has gone down so far, but a few things that hold true to the testament of football. People are anointing the Bills the September champions, as tradition. We're
As they
seeing the
should.
You're right. We're seeing the Bengals fall off as tradition, and we're seeing the
Mm.
Chiefs being underrated and undervalued as tradition. So, as, as far as I know, the way this formula mixes up, and I didn't create the Powerpuff Girls. Shout out to Professor X. But this is going to lead to a Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl if I don't know what else will. Uh, and the Swift effect, I guess, is in town. As they like to say,
Mm.
Cardi B was down at Town Topic. Casey been going crazy when Beyonce came here. It was a star-studded event in the town, and it's only probably going to be more. Stars just roaming our streets. Taylor Swift and rode down Prospect, Mr. KC. As far as I'm concerned, she's can come to the barbecue. And you know about Prospect, you know about these streets. Talk to us.
I'm telling you, I mean that's how you officially become a Kansas Cityan. You actually don't belong in Kansas City if you've not driven down that road.
Hmm.
So, and if you do decide to visit Kansas City and drive down that road, just make sure you lock your doors
Man,
and maybe roll up the windows. And it is illegal to carry in Missouri. Please do remember that.
please
So,
do remember, because remember this was one of the last Wild Wild West states. If that lets you know anything, so,
uh,
so to be prepared, like my boy Tech say, this is Kansas City. Shout out to Tech Nine. So yeah. Goodness gracious. But yeah, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey on the drop top going down Truce, getting burgers and whatnot. I'm just like, man, Kansas City's the metropolis we always knew it was, and now it's starting to grow even more. So let's go ahead and add another bowl to the collection because this thing's about to get a little more fatter.
yeah, it's pretty wild to see. It's a nice time to be in Kansas City, I suppose. But even greater time to be in the 813. We got lovely weather still as tradition. So,
Hey, I can't argue with you. For in October, we're having pretty good weather, unseasonal by the most, and but we're gonna take it with strides, and it's just what it is.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, why don't we go ahead and hop in and talk about a little week 5 action? So far in the season, last week I went 13-3. Dude with the beard went 11-5,
Yes, sir.
and our favorite fan Ray went 10-6 last week, which is still pretty solid. Another back-to-back
Still
solid
pretty
week for
solid,
Ray.
right?
Puts me at 44-20 on the season.
Man,
And dude, where you at? What was it again?
I'm I'm at 38-26, folks.
It's catching up. Staying right there with us. So nice,
I'm
nice,
not a bad.
well above 500. So that's all we ever worry about. You
Exactly.
stay above that plus side, you're in the money.
Am
So
I making it to the playoffs? That's all I need to know. Because once I
that's
get
all.
in, we can win a championship.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
man,
Yes, sir. So Thursday night, as tradition, uh,
yeah.
the
Jeff
prime time
Bezos bowl, the
uh,
Bezos bowl.
Bezos Bowl, and we had a couple decent ones to start the year, but
We've
now
had
we're
we've we've had a few slobber knockers. I won't lie.
we're kind of moving away from that, and we're going with the Bears versus Commanders.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the Commanders' win. Um, I don't. The Bears just. I'm done. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I washed my hands with them this season. I'm still a Justin Fields fan. I still believe in their potential, but they're clearly not putting it to formula and putting it to field. I'm going with the Commanders in this game, who just lost a scrappy game, a game they could have won. So I'm going with Washington.
Yeah, I mean Washington's a pretty strong pick there. I mean, what's the problem with the Bears for me is if you look at the first half of that Bears game last week, they really won it. You know, they were dominating the Broncos. I had picked the Broncos, and I was like, "Well, that's an L on the board." And sure enough, I was completely wrong. The Broncos came back, somehow bailed my opinion out. That I wish I could have been wrong. I would have happily have went 12 and
I
4
will say
instead. But
this: the Commanders did get cheated on a pass that they said wasn't caught, but which was clearly caught. 1 foot in, 1 foot. The toe is still in, but the whole other foot's on the dude's forearm, which is still in bounds. If that's not in bounds, I don't know what it is. It ain't my fault his foot became a part of the turf. It should have been a catch. Washington probably should have came away with that game, but it's what it
yeah,
is.
and Ray's going to go with the Commanders, and I'm actually going to join you guys as well. I mean, the Commanders are kind of an underrated team. They're probably about right. You know, they're real solid, but not like anything that's going to blow you away. But with the Bears,
Right.
it's real streaky, and you just haven't seen them put together a complete game. And for that reason, I'm going to go with you guys with the Commanders.
Yeah, we've seen 60-minute games from the Commanders, and I have yet to see one from the Bears. So I'm with you on that. Completion, start to finish.
Yeah, and the Sunday morning game, we've got another early when you're starting to fire up the old grill and get ready kind of game, keep you entertained. A kind of a decent game is going to be Jags versus Bills in London.
Jags versus Bill in London. I like Trevor Lawrence overseas. I'm picking the Jags in this game only because, like I said, I believe the Bills have hit their roller coaster peak with Allen, and it's time to go back down. Let's not forget he's Philip Rivers. He does. This is September Bills. They haven't sold me on anything besides what they usually do. I got the Jags in this game. I think it's a close game, but I got Trevor Lawrence winning this game. Mr. KC.
Boy, I hope you're right. I sure do hope you're right. Unfortunately, Ray and myself are going with the Bills. I do like that the Jags are still in London and not really having to travel, but there's still September, and we still got September Bills. If this
It's
game was in
October Bills
October,
now. It is. It's
oh yeah,
October Bills.
it is October. What am I
Hmm.
thinking?
Yeah.
Uh, nah, I'm
Hmm.
gonna stick with the Bills.
I say it make you want to reconsider though, don't
It does a little bit.
it?
It does a little bit. Just a little bit, because man, you know the Prince's promised Trevor Lawrence. If he would have won, if the Jags would have won last week a little more decisively, I'd probably go with the Jags too. I'm really kind of surprised this is a 5.5 point spread, just like in the Bears and Commanders game. That's how kind of a gapish they kind of have it. So if you believe the Jags can win, there's plus 200 on the money line. So definitely hammer that.
And it's time to hammer because if anybody can beat the Bills, it's the Jags. Trust me, they're primed
Yeah,
and ready.
I think there's a reason there's a 5.5 point spread. Um, Next on the list, we it's a divisional matchup. Nice strong one here. We've got the Ravens versus the Steelers.
And this game is boiling down to be a slobber knocker. I'm going with the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, I think KP's
Uh,
out, ain't
yeah, and the Steelers they just haven't done enough yet to make me think that they're going to be my pick to win the North. I've been high on them. I've been thinking they could do it, but it seems to be just a little bit shaky coming early on. But I never count Tomlin out all the way for sure. He's always above 500 as the record shows. So I've learned not to count them out. But in this game, I'm gonna go with my original pick. I'm picking Baltimore in this one over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and I believe preseason you also had the Ravens for this game. And
Mhm.
I'm going to go with the Ravens too. We got another trifecta. All the consensus say get the Ravens. Hammer. I kind of like that one. It's not the greatest. You get them -4 spread, but I feel like the Ravens should win that game very easily. And the over under of 38, I'd almost go under on that too if you wanted to play that game. I think it's going to be a low
Yeah,
scoring game.
right. A classic NFC. I'm gonna say NFC. A classic AFC North game. A lot
Yeah,
of
beat each
defense.
other up. A lot of
Yeah,
a lot of punching in the mouth.
yeah.
All right, we got two questionable teams here. We've
Ooh,
got the 0-4 Panthers, and they're playing the Detroit Lions, who are 3-1.
and I'm going with the Lions. The Panthers just don't have it. I don't think they'll find it. And the Lions should win this game to continue the narrative that they're a contender for some reason. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. What about you, Mr. KC?
Well, we've got a 10-point spread on this game, which tells you they believe it's going to be a Lions blowout. Ray's also going with the Lions. Look, I mean, there's no money on the money line. It is -500. So if you bet $100 and you win, you'll make 20. So maybe keep your money in your pocket for that game. I mean, it could be easy $20 though, but it's a lot to risk for $20.
Exactly.
Next game on the list, this is a feisty 2-2 matchup. We have the Texans versus the Falcons. Who is gonna win?
And in this game here, as much as I would love to see this other team win, I'm gonna have to go with the Texans in this game. CJ Stroud's been playing pretty good. He's proven everything I thought he could be. Well, not proven everything yet, but he's showing the glimpses of why he went where he went. Probably why he should have went to Carolina. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Texans over the Falcons in this game.
Yeah, and Ray's right there with you. He's on the Texans, and really, I'm gonna say Texans do obviously have the better quarterback. However, this just screams an Atlanta game to me. I know I picked them preseason. They're only a 1.5 point favorite at home, which means the Texans really are like a 1.5 point favorite to win the game. So it really kind of leans towards the Texans, but I see Atlanta pulling this off for no reason, and
Hmm.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of games where it could be hit or miss. My only thing about the Falcons, I thought they would have looked more convincing coming into this game than in previous outings, and the Texans just look better coming into this game. They seem more prepared.
Yeah, and they probably are. I mean, it's tough to pick against the Texans, especially right now. They're starting to click. You got a nice young quarterback, and he's really, he's 5 games in now. You know what I mean? So it's not his first game anymore. He's
Right,
playing like it.
exactly.
Next, Molly Whopper, easy pick. This is a trifecta. Dolphins versus the Giants.
Yeah, and this is probably one of the I guess one of the easier trifectas if everybody's picking the Giants in this game.
No, you're
Uh,
not.
no, I'm not.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna pick Miami in this game, even though I hope to, and I pray that they lose this game. I'm still going with Miami in my pick because every time I pick the Giants so far, they've burned me, except for once, honestly. So there's
Yeah,
that.
one time they've won one time, so it's definitely been a little burn festy. Look, this is an 11.5 point spread. They are calling for a mollywhopping -600 on the money line, and there's the good reason for it because there is a trifecta. Look, I'd leave the spread alone, but if you want that plus 600 on money line, you might call that free money. You might just call that free money.
Yeah. Uh, even though Miami got their humble dose, because like I said, we all knew they wasn't that good. But even though they've come down to a reality, reality still ain't losing to the Giants for them. So we're definitely going with the fans. Yeah, it's just what it is.
This next game has some upset potential. Upset
Ooh,
alert.
I love it.
Bengals versus Cardinals.
Oh, I ain't no upset alert. The Cardinals just look better coming into this game. We expect the Bengals to win. Joe Burrow, man. It's October. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. It's about time for them to eke out a win. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bengals this week and see if it comes back to bite me. Let's go with the Bengals. Who you got, Mr. KC?
This is a tough one. This is really a
It
tough
really
one
is. Dude. It's hard.
because the Cardinals are low,
They're fun to
very low
watch.
profile. Yeah, they're better than what their record shows of 1-3.
They beat Dallas.
They mollywop Dallas. Look, they beat them up. Bray said that he's going with the Cincinnati upset. I don't know if it's Cincinnati. Are you picking Cincinnati? Or are you going with
Right,
the
or they
Cardinals
losing. Right.
upsetting? Yeah, I need some clarification, Ray. Because I think the upset would be the Cardinals beating the Bengals. And man,
Come on,
I
but
don't
Ray
think I
sound like
can.
you're right there with me. We're going with the
Yeah,
Bengal Cats, with the
yeah,
Jungle
I'm going.
Cats,
I think I'm going to go with the Bengals. I feel like it's slightly safer pick, even though the Cardinals really could win this game.
and
Yeah,
they could
Ray's
blow these dudes out, dude.
yeah, Ray's going with Cincinnati win. So we're gonna stay away from the upset, all three of us. But it definitely has
All the potential.
Cardinals. Yeah,
It's
all the
written all over.
potential in the world.
Ooh,
Uh,
I wouldn't be mad if it happened, folks. Either I'd
and they
gladly
have
take that L if I need to. I would gladly take it.
look this game. The Cardinals are a +3 favorite, and there is absolute or a +3 dog. And there's no reason that spread should be that close.
Right,
It is that close for a reason. Uh, the Cardinals very well could win that game.
right. Yeah,
All
well,
right, next on the list, the next afternoon game. It's kind of a good one. It's going to be the Eagles versus the Rams. Cooper Cup's back. What are you doing?
I'm going with the Rams in the upset. This is the upset. And not really because the Eagles are primed to lose. They've been squeaking by and squeaking by and squeaking by. It's time for them to take that L. And I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with Stafford. I'm going with that grunge, uh, semi gritty Rams offense that seems to have caught life. I'm gonna go with the Rams in this game.
Man, we haven't seen a Cooper Cup version of the Rams. Ray's also going to go with the Rams. I'm actually going to go with the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles have been playing just like the Chiefs have. They've been winning games. Look, they're letting you know at the end of the season, win loss. That's all we're gonna remember. Just the numbers. These are just numbers. We're putting
Um,
up numbers. It ain't got to
you're
be
right.
pretty.
They
We
sure
were
do.
sleeping on the Eagles going 9-0 last season or whatever crazy streak it was before they
What
finally
was there to
lost.
sleep
But
on?
it's
Because we knew how it
it's
was going to end. We wasn't asleep. We knew how this
this
thing was going to end.
this is well put together team for the Eagles. And they're a -4.5 point favorite. So you need to win by 5 on the spread.
Let's go Rams. Rams on. Let's do it.
All right, you and Ray got it. That could be that upset.
It's what I
It
need.
has upset potential, especially with Cup returning. I can
Only
see it
upset for
happening.
fans, and I'm gonna make a reaction video.
I definitely could be losing that one. This one is a surprise, kind of a surprise for me. We have the Kansas City Chiefs in
Hmm.
the afternoon playing Minnesota Viking in Minnesota, minus 4-point favorites for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and I mean, I, I'm sure we moving to the next question because we know who's winning this game. Like this thing is
Yeah.
written in the stars. KC, KC, KC. Ray, pop it up. Let's get this trifecta and going with the get on.
Yeah, I know for a fact we got 2 out of 3, and we're gonna go ahead and encourage Ray to go ahead and join the
Ray's
trifecta.
there.
He might go for the upset. He might be thinking Vikings. He might
No,
be considering it at least.
I would
Could
pray
be a
that he stays in.
contemplation.
I pray that he would stay in reality because even when Pat has a bad game, he'll still run on 3rd and 25, 3rd and 28, 3rd and 33, and pick. I was calling him Pat Vick by the end of the game. That's
Mm,
Patrick Vick.
mm.
He was out there getting it
Well,
done, and he's just the most humble sportsman. Instead of hanging up an extra 7 on him, he said, "No, I'll just go down." When he could have danced, he could have just walked right into the end zone.
yeah, and Ray's actually going for the upset. Taylor Swift's bad luck for Kelsey,
Caught a
and that
touchdown
could be true.
last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean that could be true. It could be good luck for him, though. You know how they like to plant those kind of things together and make the, what's good for the goose is good for the gander and whatnot.
Like my
So
boy
I'm
Rick
gonna
Sanchez
I'm
says,
gonna
Rick
go
and
with the
Morty, get
Chiefs.
Swifty. Get Swifty.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know, Ray. You know
All
you don't
right.
believe that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all right.
Casey does.
Ray will learn against picking against the Chiefs. It's bad for your win loss record. I promise you.
Sure is. It's a dangerous ratio to go against.
Right. All right. Next game on the list, we have the New York Giants in Mile High playing the Denver Broncos.
You mean the
Broncos
Jets?
favored. Yeah, Jets at Broncos.
Oh,
I'm not sure what I said there.
he's hit a Giant, but it's all right. I got the Jets in
I said
this
the
game.
Giants.
You're right.
Those New Jersey teams just be getting me.
I know it. I'm going with the Jets, though. If anything, they prove that they can play with top tier teams, and we know Denver's not one. So I believe the Jets get this win. They get it over a terrible Bronco team, which had to beat arguably the only team that's worse than them in the NFL to get a win, besides the
Mm.
Panthers. So
I did predict that 1 out of the 1 and 3. I did get that right. Ray is going with Denver. Unfortunately, Ray, this is not the week to pick Denver. The Jets are going to win this game. Zach Wilson looks like is improving, and let's not forget what that defense actually looks like. It's going to bring Russell Wilson a little bit back more down to reality, where Broncos fans go back to realizing not only is their defense bad,
mm,
but Russell Wilson was a bad trade. No matter
uh,
how much they want to start trying to defend it now. So, unfortunately, Ray, I don't like your Broncos pick there. It's a little risky, but I mean, the Jets, they are favored to win, so
and
it
there's
could be
that.
right.
Right. Or horribly wrong. Horribly
Right. That
wrong.
could. All right. Give me 1 second here. Last game of the week. Oh, we got a Monday night game. Finally. Finally. As someone on the East Coast, it's hard to stay up for these Monday night games. And this, and it makes it tough. Ray said it is what it is. Hey, don't worry about it, Ray. It's your pick. You've beaten us in a week, so don't be shy. Don't feel bad. Stand on it. You could be the other top of the leaderboard next week. It very well could happen.
That Bronco pick
You
setting you back.
it could be, but this is bold. predictions, and Ray's getting a little ball with that Denver pick, and we're here for it. So let's get about it. Yeah, Sunday night game next. So I guess this is Sunday night. Yeah, this isn't Monday night.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what I'm thinking. We have the Cowboys at 49ers.
Oh, the rematch. Oh. Cowboys up. Let's go with the boys. Let's get
Go
these
with the
Niners
boys.
out of here. Let's go with the boys. Boys
Look,
versus Niners. I'm going with the boys. It's time to put Brock Purdy and them back to reality that they always look good during the regular season. This reminds me of the Colts all over again. You look great in the regular season. For some reason, you either can't make it to the Super Bowl or you just won't make it to the Super Bowl. But it's
we're
always
in
the
the
same
regular season
results.
though.
Huh?
It said we're in the regular season though.
We are, and they done had enough wins for now. They got to get that L. It's come for the
Uh,
boys.
Brock Purdy ain't never had an L in the regular season.
Oh, well, they going undefeated then, Mr. KC? That's what you telling me right
I'm
now?
not saying undefeated, but
Oh, okay. So what we talking about then?
I'm talking about the team that lost to the Arizona Cardinals going up against the San Francisco 49ers
What does that mean?
in California.
What
What
does
do you
that
mean? What
mean?
does that mean? Brock Purdy's a better quarterback. You got a better
No, no,
defense,
no,
better
no, no,
offensive
no,
weapons.
no, no,
This
no.
is
See,
this
no.
not even probably be even big coaching advantage. Like I don't see a single part of this that points to the Cowboys.
I can't wait for the Cowboys to win this game.
I'm not sure if we got Ray's pick, but he's also going with the 49ers. Shout out
I
Ray.
I can't wait. I can't wait. You think Brock Purdy? So you got the Niners winning the Super Bowl? Sound like
No, I
you
got
on
them
the you
going to the Super
you
Bowl.
got the you
That
on
that was my
The
that
Purdy
is
effect,
my
huh? He the
that is
best
my
quarterback
Super
in the
Bowl
NFC,
prediction.
huh?
That's not what I said, but I'm saying he's undefeated.
He ain't undefeated.
He is.
No, he's
He a
not.
regular season undefeated.
Y'all,
He got a longer
really?
stretch of undefeated to start his career than Mahomes does. I mean, if
Does
you
he?
want to talk about that, I don't know.
I
Probably
mean, that's cute. I mean, he's nowhere near the echelon of records. Don't even nearly throws for as many close yards. I mean, so that's a
he's
cute
not,
comparison.
but he's also in the NFC, and he ain't got to face Mahomes until the Super Bowl time. So he's
He
good to
won't
go.
be in the Super Bowl.
That's my prediction.
I
I
know, and
mean,
that's why I'm telling. That's how I know it ain't happening. Seahawks are gonna be there. Just wait and
it could
see.
happen.
Just wait and
We
see.
waiting to see. We waiting to see. I need to find the Monday night game. Hold on a second.
Matter of fact, ain't it the Seahawks? This their bye week.
I'm not sure. It might be their bye week. We did go into bye week, and so there was 4 teams not playing. I forget what it is. Well, what is the Monday night football game? I don't know why I didn't have it on MGM. I don't see the odds for it. So I thought the Cowboys 49ers game was that, but apparently, no, that can't be it. Oh, there we go. Ooh, Green Bay at Las Vegas. Is that what we're looking at? Green Bay at Las Vegas. Oof, that's an ugly one. I wonder if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be back.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Ray
Packs
says Green Bay
winning that
versus
game.
Raiders.
Packs winning that game. It's the pack.
Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. If Jimmy G was back, I'd go Las Vegas Raiders. I really would.
I don't know what
Just
you
because
you
I'm a
said.
Packers
Brock Purdy
hater.
the reason why they got all them wins last season. Jimmy G had nothing to do with it. Remember? Oh,
Yeah, but I'm
my
talking about Jimmy G versus Jordan Love. I'm just talking about giving Devontae Adams an actual quarterback to throw it to him. You
bad.
know,
First time you hear it, folks. Jimmy G's an actual quarterback now for Mr.
yeah.
KC.
I mean,
That's high praise.
he's a French starter. You know, he's a serviceable type quarterback. if you want a number 15 quarterback, you go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right, with the fourth best winning percentage in the NFL. Can't argue with
Ray's
that.
going Green Bay. Let's make it a trifecta. Let's just go ahead and
Look
finish
at
the night
you.
with a try. I want to hate on Jordan Love, but I can't pick the Raiders. I can't take that team serious. There's no way I'm doing it. Even though I want Jordan Love to be terrible, let's make this a nice 6-3 Green Bay game.
It says 6-3, just number field goals, huh?
Nothing but safeties.
Oh
Safeties
God.
versus field goals.
Oh
3
God.
safeties, 1 field goal. Shout out Green Bay's defense. Let's get it done.
Good night. Well, however they get it done, I'm right there with you. I got Green Bay, but yeah, man, he's a 6-3, all safeties.
All safeties.
Good night. If it happens, I'm gonna laugh. Ain't never seen it before. So
Yeah,
there's
and I'll be like, "Hey, look, I claimed it. You heard it here first." Even though this is going to be the exact point I cut it, and be like, "There's no way I got that right. This was a random random throw, and don't take anything I said serious. And
right.
definitely don't bet on that opinion."
If there's just a random take.
Right.
Oh
But
goodness.
if you get the clip, none of this part of it will be in there, so don't worry.
Right.
You, I'll sound fantastic.
Yeah. I think this week is gonna be a pretty serviceable week for me, especially as far as picks and as far as gaining traction as far as where we at in the overall standings. But I'm happy to see Kansas City get another win under the belt. And I'm happy to see the Bills lose, so that way we can put this roller coaster Philip Rivers thing to bed. Like I'm tired of hearing about it already again. Like you know how many times I was watching the game when it's playing Miami, to oh, he looks like MVP Josh Allen. And I'm saying, and I'm just listening else. I said, when did he win MVP? When have we ever seen
Right.
MVP Josh Allen? And I just like they're so ready to get on their knees for this man. Like
They do.
I've never seen nothing like it. Never in my
Well,
life.
it's all nice early in the season, so
Yeah,
we know what
that's
Josh
it,
Allen
bro.
looks like.
Said, bring the banner. September champions. That's tradition. Somebody drop the banner. Like, man, let's make it a situation. They're the best September team in history, apparently.
Yeah, and please do remember there's probably 3 or 4 really big favorites this week that were just kind of really landslided. But we're talking like 10-point, 11-point favorites.
Man,
One of those games is not going to win. It's the
man,
parlay buster mentality. It happens every time in football. Don't put those games in your parlay. If you got a 10-point spread, those that have the bust, those are what break up your parlays, and it's going to be 1 or 2 of them for no reason, and it's just because too much money is on one side.
and that's just the bottom line. That's just how it shakes, and that's just how it goes. He's not lying, folks. Like especially in a fickle thing such as the NFL. See, you just got to be careful with that. There's a lot of trisnaps out there that'll catch you tiger by his toe. So you need to
Yeah,
be careful.
and we're going to get hit by 2 of them. There'll be 2 of them this week. There'll be 2 heavy favorites that don't win it, so it'll be interesting to see which ones they are.
Yeah, but we can anticipate these Bills losing, y'all. 'Cause like I said, it's still Buffalo.
That
So,
is
but
one of them, man. And Jags have been in London. They are adjusting.
they're a London team.
And they might be. Jacksonville doesn't want to build them a stadium for whatever. I actually know what it is. Jacksonville is a garbage city that I feel bad
Right.
for the residents of. I know they're proud of Jacksonville, but it's the least important city in Florida. So they don't want to build the Jags a franchise. So don't be terribly shocked when he goes to London.
Man. And they was talking about putting teams overseas anyway. Might as well give them the whistle to the city out in London. I mean, out in Paris and France and all that. I guess you could just the London Jags, huh? Who knows?
Hmm.
The London Jaguars.
The German Jaguar.
Right. The London Jaguar.
London Jaguar. The
Mm.
fridge.
They're gonna
Uh,
change them to the London croissants. Who knows? The
no,
biscuits,
they're gonna be in
baguettes.
Spain. They're gonna be in Spain talking about El Jaguar.
Right. Electric weird.
El Jaguar. Yeah. Great football team and spicy
No.
tequila.
Tony Khan ain't taking that team over there though. He got too much
No,
money.
probably not.
If anything, I would say he'll take it to Arab. I mean, I say Arab. He'll take it to Saudi Arabia, where back in his
Mm,
turf. Now,
talking about money.
now the Saudi Jaguars, that might be something else.
It's got a certain ring to it.
It does, don't it? It's got a little, yeah, like okay, they might be out here to play.
I mean, I bet they did buy a Jaguar. That sounds about right.
You know what I'm
Sounds
saying?
about Saudi.
That's what I'm saying. He talked Trevor Lawrence. He gonna have a wrestling deal by the time he done playing football. Like I said, Tony Khan on AEW too. He's just like, look, man, you was my quarterback for years. That coming quarterback my
Mm,
wrestling company for another 10 years. Who knows? But you want that kind of
right.
longevity. That's for sure, right
Wild, wild, wild Jags.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was your week 5 picks here. I think we done pretty much hit them nail on the head here. We done all had a good week in picks, so you kind of see that all of us are pretty much getting better with these things. We know the NFL is a wild beast. We can only pick as good as what we see from the eye test, but any given Sunday is any given Sunday. But this week, it's it almost feel like 2 weeks ago. The picks seemed so sure, but then again, we all slid and lost almost 9 games. So we'll just have to see, man. This thing's a beast, but we love calling it. We love being bold with our predictions.
Yeah, absolutely. I did get mollywopped on week 3. Barely stayed above 500, but the season doing pretty solid, and we're all well above 500, and that's what we like to see. And it's nice to be bold and right. So let's keep it up, team.
You're not lying. That's what I'm saying. So between our picks, you should be able to navigate and win money here and there, or at least be right in your friend circle and tell them you told them so. So that you happy, we happy. We getting it in. We appreciate y'all being here every Wednesday with us. Like I said, we wouldn't do this if y'all wasn't here. So it's the Bold Prediction Sports Media Podcast. I'm the dude with the beard. He's Mr. KC from the 813, and we're gonna catch you next time. Boom,
Yes,
boom,
sir.
and boom.